If your whole purpose when training is to get the absolute best results in your investment of time and effort, then there's only one of three reasons for why you would ever want to do an exercise: to recruit, to fatigue, or to facilitate. Now, recruit and fatigue is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll take a moment to explain what I mean by facilitate. Now, an exercise is nothing more than a tool that we use to load a specific muscle or specific group of muscles. You got to pick the right tool for the job based on your capacity to recruit the muscles that you want to when using that tool. Now, there's two types of failure. There's movement failure and there's muscle failure. When you reach muscle failure, you'll have performed a maximal voluntary contraction, and the reason you can't do another repetition is because a specific muscle is too exhausted to allow you to do so. When you reach movement failure, all that's really happened is the sum of the involved musculature no longer has the capacity to produce enough force to overcome the resistance one more time. But you didn't reach failure because any specific muscle is too exhausted, and no specific muscle will have performed a maximal voluntary contraction. And one of the things you can include into your strategy immediately to facilitate muscle failure is the pre-exhaust method. What you want to do is you want to use one tool to facilitate the recruitment and fatigue of a specific muscle when using any tool. Now, a lot of people know this method as a form of a superset, in which you do an isolated exercise before a compound one for the same body parts, but it's not limited to that. When you understand why you're doing it, you have the free will to go about it however you want to. And in this case, the reason for doing this is to impose a greater demand on a very specific muscle, irrespective of whatever tools you're using. If you like the information, share it, click the fucking button at the bottom of the screen you're looking at, subscribe to the channel, support this motherfucker, and this motherfucker's gonna keep on bringing it.